Here you can see a new church being printed.
Honestly, I'm fascinated. I'm just overwhelmed with all the options that we have with the design.
Hi, my name is Peter Kovac. I'm the Foundation's chairman, and I'm going to show you how to build a church in the 21st century.
He's also the priest of the new church being printed, not built. It's the first house of worship this size ever to be constructed like this. The foundation and basement are already complete, made with standard poured concrete. But the plan is for everything visible to look like it came directly from a 3D printer.
I like the fact that we can use concrete too. Because when I say that we want to print a church, the first thing everyone asks is, won't it collapse if it's all made of plastic?
Here, high-tech meets minimalist design. We're in Neratovice, a town just north of the Czech capital, Prague. It's an industrial town known for its chemical plant. Neratovice was built up in the 1950s under the communist system. Even local residents admit that their city is far from pretty. And, for political reasons, the town was purposely built without a church. But Neratovice's Catholic congregation stuck around anyway and simply uses churches in neighboring towns. It's been that way ever since. Priest Kovac preaches, the children's choir sings, and the far too small church is packed with worshipers at this regular Sunday service.
I grew up in this community. I've lived here for 40 years and I really like it. The congregation is growing and we need a bigger house of worship. We haven't got enough room here.
We have no space for meeting, for sharing time together, and I think the new church will be much helpful.
It's cool and new that the church is being made with a 3D printer. I think it looks blue.
Whenever I look at the construction site, I think what's happening here is like a miracle.
What's certainly a marvel is that a completely new church is being built here, in one of Europe's most secular countries. Only around 10% of the Czech population identify as Christian, and Neratovice is no exception. The congregation must raise some 8.5 million euros to cover construction costs. Around half of that is still missing, but they remain optimistic as the new church will also be open for secular purposes.
This community requires a church, but it's not only a church, it's also a community center, so the need is much bigger. It will bring a lot of good to the people.
The first modules from the 3D printer have already been put up. The whole nave is to be pieced together with these panels, like a giant puzzle.
This is the first time I'm seeing this in life, and I really cannot wait until we see it in the complete structure.
One of these pieces prints about maybe less than an hour.
The 3D printer is to churn out 900 of these panels for the nave alone, the church tower and rectory not included. For Tomas Vranek, who runs the printer, it's far from a routine assignment.
Every project is a challenge for us. There is always something new, and this is the biggest project we are going to print so far.
It's also one of the first instances where 3D printing has been used to create a place of worship in such a secular nation of all places.